When thoughts like these race through my imagination, it makes sense why they can't find a vaccination. Me and the doc had a bad relationship. It's probably why he placed me on a waiting list. Ain't gon' have the nerve to serve other patients. Guess I have a tad bit of a problem with patience. It's any which way you wanna take it. To dissect my case, reveal some complications.
Alright, so this is episode 2 of the Deep Language Podcast.
How you guys doing?
Yes, sir. So I did explain in the first episode. So this podcast is going to be about music, the business, movies, and comic books. Some things we're all into. So with Halloween coming up, I figured why not talk horror movies and, whatever tradition or, anything Halloween related at this point. I guess we start off, man. I'm Deep Legacy.
My name's Envy, as in nice verbals, the letter N, the letter V.
I feel like we're gonna have to
I mean, they'll
do that every time.
They'll get to know me, but I'm part of foreign language. We represent right here, so we doing this for you guys. I remember we was having a conversation. You asked me what my favorite horror movie was, and I think I told you Saw, but I think my favorite horror movie was 2020.
You know what?
That's my favorite.
That's
horror
a sequel
movie.
to 2012.
Yeah. It's just like
you're not kidding.
Yeah, and I mean no better. There's not. Saw had great writing. I'm gonna be honest, but 2020 writers off the hook.
Whoever wrote that, man, they're on point.
Yeah. So this is.
It's very interactive.
It's real interactive. Definitely more epic than 2012.
Oh man.
Looking forward to the sequel. See, hopefully, if it's a better sequel, then
the next sequel's gonna be 2040.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. Don't get me started.
I miss when the end of the world was a conspiracy theory.
Yeah, it was.
For real.
What you said? What would you say your favorite Halloween movie or horror movie?
I would have to say. I mean, other than 2020, that's a crazy movie, man. We're living that. But no, on a serious note, I'd have to say Halloween. Halloween, the whole franchise. Well, if I could skip 4, 5, 6, and the Rob Zombie movie, because 4 and 5 were okay. 4 and 5 were okay. They were at this point they made him supernatural when it wasn't supposed to be that. I mean, the dude did take 6 in the back in the first movie and walked it off, so he is kind of supernatural.
Yeah.
But that's besides the point.
Yeah. Could have been drugs, man.
I don't know, man. He took 6 to the back, fell, got back up, and he was gone.
Yeah.
Boy was gone. But yeah, I just feel like Halloween. I think because it's probably one of my first horror movies I ever saw as a kid. Because I snuck down while my mom and dad were watching it one Halloween. Mm-hmm. They thought I was in bed. I snuck down and I hid up behind the couch watching it.
Wow.
I was 6 or 7. So yeah, I mean, had to be Halloween, man. Just the idea, 1978, the original. Well, they say the original slasher. You do have movies like Black Christmas and Psycho and Texas Chainsaw Massacre came out before that, and so yeah, it's really not the original, but I think it was the biggest one out of all those. And I don't know, man, just the idea, it's kind of terrifying, especially around that time. You had all those serial killers back then, so you make a movie about one stalking the babysitters.
Right.
It's it's crazy. And even Saw, I gotta say with Saw, it's because I seen a documentary about something. I forgot what it's called. It's on Netflix, but happened in Erie. They strapped a bomb to a dude's chest, told him to go rob this bank.
Right.
Go rob this bank, and then we'll give you basically a scavenger hunt where you'll find the key.
Yeah.
And like that had to come from Saul. That had to be inspired from Saul.
Yeah.
Because that was crazy. And then, but that movie, like, I think it was the twists and turns that got me in Saul, man. Like, I felt like I was going the whole movie going, all right, I know who the killer is. It's this guy. Nope, he's dead. It's this dude. Nope, he died. It's this guy. Nope, he's dead. It's like, well, then who is it? And out of all the people, spoiler alert, it's the dead dude that supposedly blew his head off.
Yeah.
It's like, hold up. And these dudes sat there the whole time. And the worst part, he said, at the end, he looks at the guy, he's like, you always had the key. You let it go down the drain.
That's unfortunate. That really made me. That broke my heart.
I was like, what? I was like, how ignorant you gotta be? Yo, you messed that up.
Never ever, man.
Like,
Never happened in real life. Nah, but
that's crazy.
Yeah.
And then he had the sequels, like 2 and 3 were
I think
good.
they did a good job weaving their stories together.
Yeah, with 2 and 3, I feel like they did. And then 4, 5, 6, 7, they were like, they're reaching a little bit.
All right, so I'm switching it up. I'm gonna say my favorite horror movie is Final Destination. There you go. Final answer. I'm gonna
Which
change
one?
it up.
Which one?
All of them. All of them.
Because they're like a Jackass movie.
All of them. All of them. They tied it up in a nice little bow, and then there you go. The killer was death. So
the killer was death.
So you can't beat that. That's the thing. So that's why that's a good genre, because
they got some gruesome kills on that too.
Yeah,
man.
but the thing about it is you can't. They don't have to explain nothing away.
Yeah.
There's no monster that has supernatural powers. You just know what you're up against, and
that's true.
I mean,
that's true.
Not that death's undefeated, but that's the, even that one though is a stretch, man. The way everything had to just work,
and it's all like convenient.
Yeah,
like, well, dude. Oh man, that one kill when the dude was in the pool.
Yeah.
I think that was 3.
Yeah.
It might have. He was in the pool and everything came out the bottom.
Yeah.
That was. I was like, yo.
Yeah, it's at that point though, they're flexing to try and see how gory they could be.
And I think that's what happened with Saw too. Was they're like, how far can we go?
Yeah.
How far can we go? And it's like,
But that did take you're right. That took away from one of the main things I respected about it, which was the story writing, not the gore.
Yeah.
The gory writing. The story writing is gory writing.
Yeah, but it's like because that first 3 movies, like you kind of felt for the killer by the end of the whole thing. Like you kind of, you kind of like, oh man, he's just in a diabolical way. He's trying to teach these people a lesson to, value life because it could be gone like that.
Nah, I'm happy he got what was coming.
But I mean, it was diabolical.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like, and even with Halloween, like, now you do not feel anything for Michael Myers. Michael Myers.
I will say though, Michael Myers did come a long way from Halloween to Wayne's World and all the powers and all of that.
Yo, let's not get it confused.
I mean, I hope he wasn't named after. I don't think he would have been named after.
That would be hilarious.
No,
though.
yeah.
But I think he was born before that movie came out.
So the movie was made in his honor.
I mean, he did have that "I Married an Axe Murderer."
Oh
movie.
yeah.
So, he, but like, I think the story of it, where it's like, especially with the latest one, where 90% of the final chase scene, Laurie Strode was getting the best of him the whole time. She was beating him down.
Yeah.
And turned the tables around on him, and it was like, all right, I like where this is going. And I kind of like where you see where, the characters finally get their, like the protagonists, they'll get their, how you say it, their revenge, their turn.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, because a lot of the time it's like we're just gonna have this movie and he's just gonna kill everybody in sight.
Yeah.
And with no
it's
repercussions.
ridiculous. Yeah.
And I mean, he still. I guess he wasn't hard enough to kill LL or Busta, but I mean, Busta somehow learned kung fu for that movie.
I mean, yeah, Busta.
He came out
It's
hitting
nothing to be
kicks.
slept on, man. You know.
Nah.
But yeah, and you're right, because I don't like a horror movie where the villain is unbeatable or they always get away. Like
Yeah. Jason.
Jason dies at the end of every movie, but
He's Kenny.
the worst horror movie in that aspect to me is like Jeepers Creepers.
Oh man.
There's no
Like the first one was cool. Second one was eh. I didn't even see the third one.
Yeah, I just want to see the one where they kill him. I want to see
Actually kill him, yeah.
his death more than I want to see the Roadrunner get cut.
Like what's crazy, it's so crazy too. Like there's a lot of them where me and the fiance watched one, and every single one seemed like they had a bad happy end, like a bad ending. There's no like
Yeah.
closer. There was just always like the person you were watching this whole time. Screw it, he's gonna die. His kids are gonna die. Everybody's gonna die. Like,
That's that lead. Yeah. Well,
it's
I
like-
don't understand.
It's like
I guess there's a
shock value, I guess. Like,
Yeah, I guess there's
I can't believe that happened.
demographic for that type of people that just want to feel sad at the end of a horror movie. You just want to feel like, damn, there's no hope.
Like I like to feel scared. That feeling I do like, but like I do want like, closure at the end.
Yeah, there's no closure in that.
Like oh, it's all said and done. Like the cliffhangers they get to me. It's like oh
Mhm.
my god, and they gotta wait for like 3 years until the next movie comes out,
Mhm.
especially in 2020 where everything got canceled.
Yeah, yeah.
Everything got canceled.
That's true.
So
At least they got the Avengers done before that, so that's good. But yeah, man, how convenient Halloween had the title, the end all titles with
Yeah.
their whole, their whole thing, like Halloween. It's all encompassing.
it's easy.
Right.
It's simple.
Man, they beat everybody to the punch with that one.
They did. Well, I mean, you had Black Christmas, and that was a wild movie, especially the remake. My Bloody Valentine.
Yeah, but how did no one get that one right under their nose?
I guess John Carpenter had an idea, and he was like, you know what, I'm going to Halloween. I'm just straight to the point.
Eureka.
Straight to the point. Halloween.
Oh, man, you don't say. Wow.
But now, here's a question. So me and my fiance are trying to get our daughter to watch her first horror movie.
Oh, no.
What would you say be a great starter for her?
What's a good start? The Little Mermaid. That was kind of scary.
I hate Ursula.
I mean, Disney movies already have that element a little bit with some of their villains.
Yeah. I mean, we're doing Beetlejuice this year.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, we're doing Beetlejuice.
I mean, she's
this
right
year.
at that. That's perfect for her age at
Yeah.
this point. I mean, nothing crazy.
I was thinking like Friday the 13th, right out the gate.
uh,
Right out the gate, like, hey.
I'm gonna tell you the truth, man. Aliens, that terrified me as a kid.
The first one or the second
The
one?
second one. I was a little too young for the. I don't think I was even. Yeah, the first one was way.
We just watched the first one.
Yeah.
And I even said to my fiance, I said, I could see why this was scary back then. Like,
Yeah.
that thing's kind of creepy.
I thought the second one was the first one.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's a weird timeline there.
yeah.
That is a weird timeline. You got Alien, Aliens, and then Alien 3.
Yeah.
It's like, can you just call it Alien 2? Like,
Right.
like,
Right. Because they put an S on it,
yeah. But,
So to
but
me, it didn't have a,
you got the famous Bill Paxton line, it's game over, man.
Oh man.
That will always be legendary.
Yeah.
Like, no. Oh, man. And then you had, well, I even watched, like, Predator as a kid, the first Predator
Yeah.
movie. Like,
Yeah.
but I would look at that one as more of, like, an action movie. You had Arnold in
Right.
there, so
It's not a horror movie per se.
nah. Some pretty wild kills, but nah, it's not a horror movie.
Well, fortunately, I mean, they'll be able to comment.
Yeah, for sure.
But, you know,
What's your favorite horror movie?
yeah, what do you recommend for, you know?
Halloween. What you
Right.
recommend for first time?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
for
so
sure.
many horror movies. I was saying Child's Play, but I'm like,
Child's Play is
She's-
a good one.
that's a good. But I was like, she's gonna be scared of her dolls.
Yeah.
Think of Leprechaun.
Killer Clowns.
See, the fiance won't watch that.
Oh, man.
She's scared of clowns.
So no It, none of all of that stuff's ruled out.
Yeah, and I couldn't do it for my that would be bad.
Ah, okay.
Baby, because I know for a fact when my pop showed me that movie, we had a neighbor that looked like Tim Curry,
Oh, man.
and he dressed up as it. I think my dad did that purposely. I'm 100% sure he did that. And the dude dressed up as Tim Curry. It was it.
Blair Witch, do that.
Which I hate that movie, man.
It's not gonna scare her.
It's not scary, but she's never gonna go in the woods.
Yeah. I don't know. That's.
I was thinking like Resident Evil, but I was like, oh, those are so bad movies.
Yeah, as long as she's ready, I would
Yeah.
definitely gauge whether, you know.
I think she is. I think she's kind of fooling herself.
Even like Stranger Things, something like that, you know.
Oh yeah, she might like Stranger Things.
Yeah,
Which
something
that's
like that.
coming out soon,
Yeah.
hopefully.
Knock on every tree in
And-
the forest.
And they kind of ruined the twist at the end because they already showed Hopper.
Well,
It's like,
maybe it wasn't supposed to be a huge twist, but
nah.
everyone wanted him to be alive, so I think they just wanted to give people what they wanted.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, but the thing is, like, it's not a bad thing when the main hero always dies, because then it gives room for somebody to step up.
Mm.
So I was like, oh, I kind of wish he stayed dead. But it was like, alright, you know.
Wow, how,
Yeah, like-
how morbid.
Because then I think it feels like that gives Eleven a reason to get her powers back. You know, gives her that, you know,
Maybe he'll
fire.
come back the season after that.
You know, maybe, you know, bring him back after. I mean, how long can they do it? These kids aren't going to stay kids forever.
No, especially now, man. I don't know what they're gonna do, cause they're. I mean, they kind of missed a couple years, right, in
Yeah,
between
it's-
filming.
And then plus, 2020, they
Yeah.
had to stop filming.
Yeah, so it's gonna be kind of weird.
Oh,
I
man.
don't know how they're gonna really pull that off.
Alright, you know what, since we talk about, since we're going to talk about comic books too, there's one thing I could ask. What comic book character should have a horror movie?
Not.
We just had New Mutants.
Spawn's been done.
Man, we had New Mutants, so it's been done. But I feel like there's so many other superheroes that deserve a horror movie.
Venom.
Venom?
Yeah, because that wasn't played to be, and he's an alien, so
Yeah.
it's kind of like aliens.
I feel like you could do that with the new one too, with Carnage coming in, and
Sure.
so you could definitely have a horror movie vibe to that.
Yeah.
I'm saying Batman. I want a horror movie based on Batman.
He's still a hero, so technically you could have the darkest possible Batman.
Oh,
They
you
could make Joker. Nah, I don't think Joker could be a horror movie. They kind of did already.
It was more of a drama, but
Yeah.
it was kind of horror. But like, I want a Batman like trapped in Arkham,
Oh yeah.
and it's just a horror movie.
That would be good.
You know, it has to be rated R though.
And at least you know the hero's gonna win at the end. I suppose.
You could say that, or you could have it as a twist ending where maybe, you know, he loses.
Okay.
You know, all the guys from Arkham
Oh
get
yeah.
out.
You know what? Speaking of which, okay. So they did a horror movie with Superman.
Did they?
Brightburn.
Brightburn, that's right. That
Right.
was a good movie too.
Yeah.
That was a good movie. I did.
But that's one of those movies, man. Like,
And you know what?
He gets away at the end. That's it.
Yeah.
No happy
Nobody
endings.
wins.
No one wins. That's what would happen.
No, exactly. Oh man, not even thinking. And they have like a universe set up for that too.
Yeah, and I mean that's what we'll be talking about also next time.
Yeah, we're gonna get.
Yeah, talk about the boys and everything, because if there was there's gonna be we might have to give several spoiler alerts with that, but
Yeah.
if there was a universe where those types of individuals existed, those heroes, quote unquote, or whatever, Dark Heroes,
Dark Heroes.
we wouldn't have. I don't think we would have a chance, which is creative that they're taking that route as to how to expose them / thwart them, whatever. But
Well, it's like, you gotta think about it. Nobody's noble enough to, get superpowers and then they're gonna go, oh, I'm gonna save. No, it's gonna be corporate push. They're gonna be, they're gonna use their powers for the wrong reasons.
I think they should use their powers to just take over the corporations.
They should, but it's easy to brainwash people. At the end of the day,
It is, because people don't have brains.
everybody can't think for themselves.
Yes.
No, they can think for themselves, so they're just like, hey, we're gonna do what we're gonna do. But, and reading those comic books, bro, the show, and as crazy as it sounds, the show doesn't even touch it.
Wow.
I just started reading the comic books, and I'm like, what in the world?
That's
Wow.
crazy.
Yeah, so definitely the boys will definitely talk about, because, and you gotta watch Umbrella Academy. Because I'm telling you, like, I thought, at the first episode or two, I was like, whatever. But once I start getting into it,
Nice.
it's like X-Men on meth. Like, it's nuts.
I'm gonna have to check that out. I mean, when I don't want to watch something as dark as The Boys, I'll turn that on.
Yeah, it's not really dark. I mean, there's actually some, like, racist stuff that goes on, which is kind of crazy, but...
Really? Racism?
Yeah.
You don't say.
Oh, man, they go in. They go
I'm gonna have
in.
to check that out.
It's no joke, but, yeah. In the comments, favorite horror movie, what do you think is a good movie to start with a child? Yeah, I think pretty much that's it, man. I think that was a good talk. I think that was a good time.
Thanks for joining us. Like and subscribe. All that good stuff. Hit the little bell. Get notifications when we drop another one. So we will see you guys next time.
Yes, sir.
When thoughts like these race through my imagination, it makes sense why they can't find a vaccination. Me and the doc had